From the oil fields to the blockchain revolution, one man saw what others missed. Bitcoin Ben, an ex-truck driver turned Bitcoin pioneer, didn't just change his life. He's changing the game for everyone. This is the story of the Founders Group worldwide, where private key capital meets American innovation. Watch your portfolio grow across real estate, resorts, mining, and energy. All Bitcoin aligned, all building wealth the new way. This isn't just investment. This is community. This is belonging. From exclusive club events to global networking, we're not just making money, we're making history. The old rich had their secrets. Now, it's your turn. Powered by private key capital, Founders Group Venture Capital opens the door for everyone in the world. The revolution isn't coming. It's here. And it's time to choose your side. Join the new rich revolution. Call 941-391-3882. Visit foundersgroupworldwide.com. Your future starts now.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to is this the final broadcast of, no, it's only the 26th. No, so we have a few more broadcasts before the end of the year. But number one, you got your Red Bull? You should. Red Bull's good for you. It has vitamin C. It has vitamin A, F, G, H, I, J, K, and W, and Z. I don't know if you know that, but it does. It's very vitamin filled. Maybe not. That's okay. All right, let's jump right in. All right, first, I want to do a review of this year. While everyone's looking at the price, I see things completely differently. This is a implementation into the old system year. This is when the Bitcoin and other entities entered into the old system. Michael Saylor, that's you, brother. We are plugging in to the old economic plumbing and the monetary plumbing of the old system. That's what this year was. And we have tapped, remember guys, pre-election last year, we were at 60-something thousand, maybe 50-something thousand. We're infiltrating the old system. That's what we're doing. We are replacing the old system slowly. That means the Bitcoin is leaking into all of the little crevices, all of the little areas of the old system. And the old system, remember, some of them are aware of what we are doing. So they are resisting it. Vanguard. And some of them are trying to control the system. BlackRock. Others, they're just in it for the movement or the money. And I'm fine with that. I am absolutely wonderful with price go up, because that's the lure into the system. Because a lot of people who aren't libertarian, freedom-loving, I want my monetary freedom and I want it yesterday type of people, they'll get there. Because as soon as, and everyone knows this, as soon as you own a little Bitcoin, it changes you. Like they say, you don't change the Bitcoin changes you, because all of a sudden you have this asset in your control that you can send, receive without any permission. It's monetary freedom. It's economic freedom. And as soon as you get a hit of freedom, you want more. It's once you realize the old system is not working for you. In fact, you're the reason the old system exists. Your labor value is the reason the old system exists. It's based on it. The old system is actually based on treasury debt. Well, what is treasury debt? It's our future taxation. Well, what do they tax? Your labor, your income, your money. So the whole system is actually based on, in the future, they're gonna take money from you. That's the whole system, folks. That's it. They can sugarcoat it. They can wrap it up with taxes and it's for the country and your fair share horse shit. And they can wrap it all up however they want to. But it's just actually based on your slavery to the government and to the government agenda. See, the issue we have is the federal government is way out of fucking bounds. The federal government was never intended to have a connection to the average citizen, ever. The most important government that you were supposed to deal with was your local government. Local city, local county. You were never meant to have to worry about legislation from the federal government ever touching your life. Ever. And look at it now. Why do we all watch what legislation is going to be passed in the House of Representatives in Washington? Because we've shifted. All right, here's a great example. Tax loopholes. That's what they call them, tax loopholes, which means legislation that we haven't passed yet that lets you keep more of your money. That's a loophole. Well, there's a hole in the law that lets people keep more of their money. That's a loophole. No, that's called freedom. See, for some reason, the American public now looks to the governments for permission. That's not how the government is meant to work. Not here in America. We don't ask permission. We live our lives free, which means you don't ask permission. This whole idea of going to the SEC and getting approval, fuck them, fuck you, and fuck Washington, D.C. See, this is the problem with lawyers. Lawyers, this is how most corporations work. This is what I want to set up. How do I do it legally? Now, remember, legal doesn't mean ethical. Legal doesn't mean right. It just means, how do I set this up in their system they've created? That's it. All right. We have a lot of criminals in Washington, D.C. We have a lot of criminals in the banking system. We have a lot of criminals at the SEC. We have a lot of criminals in the government. So we, as average individuals making choices for ourselves, we're supposed to check with the criminals to see if we can do what we want to do. We're supposed to run our ideas through a criminal organization that we call the government to see if we can do it. I reject that. I reject that, and fuck them. Because unless we remove ourselves from the system wins just with your participation in it. That's it. Fuck the government. They're illegitimate. They are not representing what we want. And if they don't represent what we want and respect our freedom, then we don't respect them. That's just how it goes. The government does not have an inherent right to your labor, to your money at all. And you have the right, you have the obligation to say no. Fuck you. Fuck you and the horse you fucking rode in on. And we have to get used to living like free people again. Right? When you're hungry, do you ask permission to where you go to eat? You shouldn't. You shouldn't. You should go wherever the fuck you want to go to eat. Why do we ask permission for if we can have a certain type of milk? Why do we ask permission if we want to move our money? Well, where are you sending it? None of your motherfucking business. There should be no middleman between you and your choices. That is not how the world works. That's not how nature works. A hurricane doesn't ask permission to fly over El Salvador or Cuba, or it just does it. Why? Because it's a fucking hurricane. Now, whether or not it's a controlled hurricane, that's a little something else. But this is the facts, folks. We have agreed ourselves into slavery. And it isn't your fault. You were born in a jail, and some of us are waking up realizing, oh shit, this is a prison. Oh, now I see it. Okay, fuck this, I'm walking out. They don't want you to know that this is a prison with open doors. All of the doors are open. You just have to walk out. Now, will they yell at you? Well, you're damn right they will. Will they threaten you? You're damn right they will. Because they rely on the workers in the prison. Their whole system is reliant on the prisoners, not the prison. Because without the prisoners, they have no prison. It's just a building. We all just need to walk out of the prison. And that's what we're doing. We're walking out of the prison. And we need to move towards freedom again. We need to choose freedom. Oh, here's an old school question. Hey, Ben, who owns the parking lot in London? I don't even remember when I dropped that hint a while back. I'll give you a hint. The family that owns the parking lot in London, their origins are from Transylvania. That's a little hint. Maybe next week I'll drop a few more hints. This is fun though, because you learn the real. See, Elon Musk isn't the richest man in the world. Don't you buy that Bloomberg bullshit. Elon Musk is not the richest man in the world. He definitely isn't the most powerful man in the world. And it is bloodlines. All right. It is a collection of bloodlines that run the world. Like it or not, folks, you can call me a conspiracy theorist if you want to. Let me say this. Am I correct when I say that Trump's bloodline is trying to lead America in a certain direction? Am I correct with that? Is his bloodline trying to move America in a certain direction? Absolutely. Trump's bloodline is trying to move America in a certain direction. Then why is it hard to believe that there are bloodlines that are going against him and his bloodline? Oh, also a hint on the parking lot in London. They originate from Transylvania, and Trump's wife is part of that bloodline, but it's a rejected part of that bloodline. This is going to get good, guys. Who is Trump's wife? What's her bloodline? Who was her great-great-grandfather? Why did Putin in Alaska, why did Putin give her a certain ring? Look up the ring Putin gave Trump's wife. And then remember, a couple of days after that, there was a break-in at a museum, broad daylight, and they stole one thing. What did they steal? Look it up. All right. This is all bloodlines. This is war of the elites against the other elites. You and I, we are viewed, and even from Trump's point of view, right? Trump knows that we right now, us general public, that we don't know the whole story of the origins of all of this. See, we think we're arguing about gay rights. We think we're arguing about transgendered rights and migration and what's going on up in Minnesota. We think we're arguing all about that shit. We think we're arguing just about taxation and our free rights and all that. Guys, this goes deeper than that. This is a war between, if you grasp what I'm about to say, then you know more than 99% of the rest of the world. This is the eagle against the lion. All right. I'm going to have to elaborate on that. There are two groups of elites that go back tens of thousands of years. And they were represented early by an eagle and a lion. There were two sides. That's why a lot of European flags and crests have lions on them. That's why, right? And the eagle here in America, there's several reasons for that. That was a compromise, not even really an agreement of the elites that were here in America. And it's interesting. But we're just the next generation of the plebes, because what are we doing? We're arguing over who's going to rule us. That's what elections are. We're arguing over who's going to rule us, who's going to run the system. The big lie is the system. See, some of us realize the problem isn't Republican and Democrat. The problem is the bureaucracy and the system in which the Republicans and the Democrats have actually partnered up. And they're all on the same team. They're on the team of the government. It's government versus the people, which it always is. Because government is an entity that naturally grows. Every entity's instinct is to grow. All right. Why do they call themselves lawmakers instead of representatives? Well, if you hire a lawmaker, what are they going to do? They're going to make laws. What if we reached a point a long time ago that we were like, okay, we're good with these laws. We're good with this. We don't need any more federal laws. We're good. And then the government goes, well, you know, we're sitting here. We might as well do something. I mean, we're lawmakers. We're representatives. Let's, what else should we put our toe into? See, government is a solution looking for a problem. That's what government is. They don't see a problem then come up with a solution. No, they are the solution waiting for a problem or to create a problem using the media. I mean, for those of you who remember, I think it was like 2009, maybe 2010, all of a sudden, out of fucking nowhere, it's like, hey guys, let's all talk about gay marriage. And a lot of us were like, what? Wait, why? Why are we talking about gay marriage at the federal level? I don't remember seeing that in the Constitution. I don't remember seeing that in the founding documents of the federal government. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, we need to pass national laws for, pro-gay marriage. See, I'm not anti-gay marriage. I'm anti-federal gay marriage. I'm anti-federal regular marriage. I've reached a point where I'm kind of anti-marriage. At least licensing it with the federal or local government, because it's a license. We have replaced our freedom with licenses. To drive a car, they go, oh, well, you gotta have a driver's license. Really? Because I've left my wallet at the house before where I didn't have my license with me, and the car ran fine. See, it's all an illusion of permission. They're like, oh, we'll give, guys, you have to have a license to be a cut hair. You have to have a license to do almost anything now. I mean, look at it. Abraham Lincoln didn't have a law license. Did you know that? He didn't have a law license, but yet he was a lawyer. Well, how the hell can you be a lawyer if you don't have a law license? Because, and remember, just like a doctor, a lawyer practices law. Let that fucking sink in. Right? A doctor practices. A doctor has a practice. Let that sink in. The guy who's giving you the drugs is practicing. Doesn't that kind of mean that he's not for sure? Like, wait a second. So you're practicing on me? Yes. Is there something that we can basically say is like good, that we don't have to practice? We can just have like a conclusion here? No. Lawyers practice law. You know why? Because it's all perspective. Law, if you want to know the truth about law, it's interpretation of definitions. That's it. When you have a law argument, you're arguing over the definitions of words. That's it. That's it. It's all an illusion. Because there is no such thing as law. There's only how the system interprets it when you're brought in front of them. And if you're brought in front of a court where you're basically saying, I don't recognize this court, do you think the court is going to go, well, he's got a valid point. He doesn't recognize our authority. Therefore, we have no authority over him. No, that's like asking a mafia boss, hey, is it okay if I ignore you? Is that cool with you? I know you want me to like pay the money. Is there any way I can just ignore you? The mafia is just The government is a more organized mafia. That's it. That's it. The government has a flag. The mafia has a family, has a name, has a crest. It's just a different mafia. And they have convinced us that we have a voice in the government. We're arguing over which mafia runs us. Is it the Trump mafia? Is it the Joe Biden mafia? Gee, guys, let's choose which mafia is going to run our shit. How about we say no? How about we go, nah, I'm not hip on being ran by mafias. Guys, the government, and when I say the government, I don't mean Trump. Trump's actually trying to slowly move us away from the federal government. That's what he's trying to do slowly. He's a conservative progressive, which is the opposite of a usual progressive. They are globalist moving slow through the system. They are creating a system that led to globalism. That's what a progressive is. Well, Trump's just the reverse of that. He's progressively moving us away from communistic and globalistic systems. Progressively. Because you have two choices. You either progressively move away or you just revolt and you have a war and move away. Because the old system is not gonna let all of us slaves just go free. That ain't how this shit works. Oh, hang on one second. Word from the sponsor.
What if I told you a truck driver cracked the code to building a crypto empire? Meet Bitcoin Ben. He went from driving 18-wheelers to creating 6 different ways for regular people to stack Bitcoin and build wealth. This isn't just another crypto course. This is a complete ecosystem where you earn while you learn. First up, the confidential bulk purchase program. Get Bitcoin at wholesale prices through group buying power. Then there's Home to HODL. Convert your home equity directly into Bitcoin instead of cash. Need funding? The Loans for Bitcoin program gets you the capital to buy more crypto. Want passive income? Private Key Capital puts your Bitcoin to work. Hungry for something different? Bitcoin Ben's tokenized beef lets you invest in real cattle backed by blockchain technology. And if you want to mine? Bitcoin Ben's mining program gets you started with the right equipment and knowledge. But here's the kicker. Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club pays you to learn. Earn 10% on direct referrals, 5% on second level, 2% on third level. This might be the only membership where you make more than you pay. Ben went from 10 years behind the wheel to becoming the world's most unlikely crypto expert. Now he's sharing everything through live training, community events, and proven systems that work. Ready to stop watching from the sidelines? Join Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club today and start stacking sats while building your financial future. Your truck driving days are over. Your crypto empire starts now.
Yes, it does. Damn it. All right, guys. Now I'm going to try and make that. I'm going to try and wrap this up, but you know how good that goes for me. It's Friday, and it's the day after Christmas. I want everyone to enjoy their weekend, and I want you to realize what next year brings. Next year is a year of opportunity. See, I'm launching a mining company where we mine the Bitcoin. The reason I am is because the direction in Washington, D.C. is moving away from the influence of the Federal Reserve and creating a decentralized currency production system in America and in other parts of the world. Russia is going big into mining. America is going big into mining, because that's the replacement for the Federal Reserve. Because Trump is trying to transition. Mind you, Trump's going to flood the world with money. Digital dollars, real dollars, fucking computer dollars, whatever. Trump is going to flood liquidity into the system. Now that he has, and we have, integrated the Bitcoin into all of the little crevices of the old system. Now that the Bitcoin is in all of the little crevices, that's when you set off the Bitcoin bomb. That is when America ramps up with a ton of mining facilities. You've heard Trump say, I want every Bitcoin created to be an American Bitcoin. It's why Trump Jr. named his mining company American Bitcoin. Because we want to be the #1 producer of what Trump called the new oil, which is the Bitcoin. And that's why I'm launching the mining company, because I want us to own one of the printers of the new money. Because it's great to earn money and then go out and buy Bitcoin. It is better to invest in a mining company that you own, and then you make the Bitcoin at a cheaper price than you can buy it. That's the key. See, if you own a mining company, right now, one actual Bitcoin will cost you in electric and all that about $61,000-ish. It kind of depends on where you're located at. So you are creating a commodity that's worth $88,000 or $89,000, but you're only paying $61,000 for it. That's how you do it, folks. And that's why I'm launching the mining company. All right? Because we have a choice. We have a choice. And this is what this whole show is about. Next year, do you want to work for the old system and hope you make money in the old system, or do you want to own more of the new system? Do you want to transition where they are printing their money that you're working for, or do you want to print your own money owning the Bitcoin mining company? I don't know about you, but I would rather print my own fucking Bitcoin. Yeah. Me too. All right, guys, I am going to wrap this up. 2026 is the year that we take over. It's already set up, guys. Michael Saylor, Trump Jr., and other individuals have already set up the system. 2026 is when they switch it on. That's what all these lefties are worried about. They don't want them to switch it on. Trump and us have created a system. Now we switch it on. All right, if you are interested in getting in on the mining facility, or the second week of January, I'm launching a weekly call just for the mining company. Updates where we're looking at what the prices of energy is, looking at rigs, and just a ton of information. If you just want to actually get on the call for the mining information, give us a call, 941-391-3882, and sign up to get on the mining call. Because if you want to be an investor in the mining company, this is the call you want to get on, because then you get the information with it. All right, everyone, have a great weekend. It's Friday. Tomorrow's Saturday. Give us a call or send us a text, 941-391-3882, and text "sign me up," and we will call you guys. All right, everyone, have a great day. I love you guys, and I will see you guys on Monday. Merry Christmas, and 2026 is going to be the best year ever for freedom lovers. Bye-bye, guys.
From the oil fields to the blockchain revolution, one man saw what others missed. Bitcoin Ben, an ex-truck driver turned Bitcoin pioneer, didn't just change his life. He's changing the game for everyone. This is the story of the Founders Group Worldwide, where private key capital meets American innovation. Watch your portfolio grow across real estate, resorts, mining, and energy. All Bitcoin aligned, all building wealth the new way. This isn't just investment. This is community. This is belonging. From exclusive club events to global networking, we're not just making money, we're making history. The old rich had their secrets. Now, it's your turn. Powered by private key capital, Founders Group Venture Capital opens the door for everyone in the world. The revolution isn't coming, it's here, and it's time to choose your side. Join the new rich revolution. Call 941-391-3882. Visit foundersgroupworldwide.com. Your future starts now.